should be adding them right now. There we go.
Yo, what's goody? What's goody?
Technology, man. We got to get it right.
Yeah,
So,
I know, man. We're living in the Tron world, you know?
oh, yeah. So we really appreciate you joining us, obviously. First and foremost, I hope you and everybody is safe during these
Yeah.
crazy times. How has things changed for you with all this going on right now?
Likewise, man. Stay safe, stay indoors, do what's necessary. I'm out
Yeah.
here making a run, you know what I mean? You caught me in the mix, so I'm gonna
Oh,
just
yeah.
do it where
It's
I'm
all.
at, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah. We all good, man. That's all we need.
Yeah.
First and foremost, too, congratulations to all your success.
Yeah, thank you,
I was
man.
having a conversation too all week with people and having you on the show, and it's amazing how dominant you were on all the songs, all the albums, but you still kind of played the back. Like people didn't see you until you came out there and just destroyed everything. Was that just your personality to begin with?
Yeah, well, in the beginning, like you know, rhyming the RZA back when I first started, man, RZA used to get on me about
Yeah,
my style, like, you just sharpen up your tools, sharpen up your sword. So it's like for me, hip hop has always been like a competitive sport, my style versus your style. So that's how I always approach the mic, you know what I'm saying? The different techniques that I use and everything just go back to the art form of it all, back from the things that I heard before me.
yeah.
And, just approaching the mic that way, I'm first on a lot of songs,
Yes, you
you
are.
know. Um, yeah, I'm more of the ninja of the crew, so I'm the laid back type of dude. I've been through all types of ruckus and rambunctiousness,
Yeah.
but at this stage in life, and going up, coming up in the game, through Wu-Tang, I was a more observant type of dude, like, watching the game evolve, watching business, how things are transpiring, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I keep my eyes and ears to those type of things. I'm not really a flossy type of dude. I'm not
Hmm.
really into a lot of the things that a lot of people, the mainstream is, and salute to them, do what you do, whatever makes you happy. Um,
Yeah.
for me, I just took the laid back approach. I don't really like to talk about too much of my crime life,
Hmm.
and indicting myself in my records and shit like that.
Happens a lot
So,
nowadays.
yeah, so I always kept it hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
there's enough gangsters out there, there's enough, money getters, dope getters. There's enough of everybody out there, man, for me to be me.
Absolutely. And speaking of back in the day, I gotta ask this with the movie The Wu-Tang Saga. How was it watching someone act you out? What was that feeling like seeing that?
I mean, Joey Badass is a badass dude, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Yeah.
remind me of myself when I was younger. He's a low key type of dude as well. You see him when he wants you to see him. Um, as far as that's dope by itself.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as far as the series, man, it's made for TV. It's not the real story of how things went down, but it's made into a good story, man, to give the viewers something to watch. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'm proud of that. At least we're on TV, got a show
Hmm.
that got picked up for season 2.
Yes, it
So
did. Yes, it
you
did.
know, yeah, it's a blessing, man.
Absolutely. So what's new with you? What do you got going on today? Or this part of the year right now? What's the latest and greatest?
I mean, right now, Chamber Number 9 is still in rotation, man.
Hmm.
You can go to rebelins.com. Check that out. I got the album, I got posters, hats, t-shirts, things of that nature. We're going to be expanding the website, bringing more merchandise in the future. Hopefully this situation doesn't last extremely long. We know,
Yeah.
we're going to be in it for a little haul, but, hopefully by August, if things get rolling by August, the right way, you're gonna see a big difference. We presenting ourselves different. We got a new project coming with TrackLib. Um, it's untitled for now, but TrackLib, if y'all know what that is, that's a sampling website.
Yes.
Allow you to clear your samples based on their catalog, and it's affordable, man. It's better than if you were to like sample Barry White and try to go to you know, Warner Chappelle or Joe Bett or one of these major companies that own those rights. You know, you could pay $200 to play a song. So,
Yeah.
you know, check that out if y'all out there, man, up and coming producers.
Yeah, and absolutely, I think we had actually Eric Sermon on last Saturday, and I want to believe he brought it up as well. So we've been
Yeah,
hearing about this a couple
yeah.
times. Yeah.
Eric get down with track lip too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Prince Paul. You know, there's a lot of people involved in behind the scenes trying to help expand the site. You know, keep the culture alive of sampling and things of that nature.
Absolutely. So has this with besides the inconvenience of the shutdown, has this helped you to kind of break to kind of recollect your thoughts and say, hey, I need to direct my attention here or here? Has it this does the slowdown kind of help you out in the long run right now?
I mean, for me, like I always been that type. So before the shutdown, before the corona,
Yeah.
man, I was always channeling my own energy
Yeah.
and you know, trying to just you know, stay relevant, stay creative, stay myself, you know, not trying to take it, you know, way jumping out the window and all that. But you know, it's just this gives you time to, you know, formulate new plans, new outlooks. You know, I think for me, the best thing that I'm doing out this whole situation is I'm seeing things different,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in a different view than as before. You know, you kind of can see clear when you moving 100 miles an hour, you fail to see the horses on the side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now that we standing still, your vision is definitely much clearer. You can see things clearer.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I live out here in Los Angeles, and it has really slowed down. I mean, I know everything's shut down, so of course, but I'm telling you, even the people are acting different. Like they took a little break and was like, hey, you know, needs, simple is better sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, damn near all the time, bro. You
Absolutely. Absolutely.
know?
So I got to ask, because they did feature, you did start a lot of these tracks at the beginning. Was that your plan, or is it just the way the music fell in together? Because you lead the pack on some legendary songs.
Yeah, you know, just basically back then, man. You know, before it was big money. You know, there was an art form, there was a culture, man. Like I come from the shit where you used to tie your pants legs up with the shoelaces and get ready to battle a motherfucker breakdancing. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I used to try to pop and lock back in the days. I wasn't a good breakdancer, but I was getting my electric boogie on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I had graffiti on the back of my Lee jacket. You know what I'm saying? Like I come from that shit that you saw in fucking Beat Street. You
Yeah.
know, writing your name on the train type shit. So you know, all of this thing for me is like going first just meant I was always ready. I always had the 6 shooter on the hip. I used to carry the notebook around and just jot things down. Like before these cell phones and all this shit, you know, you had your notebooks, bro. You had your composition, speckled black and white joints.
Yeah.
You know, I know real MCs know about that. The speckled black and white composition book, man.
Oh yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know, um, yeah, I used to carry multicolors of those, man, and just pull out the bag and jot shit down in the middle of hustling and things like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah. Yeah.
it was
Absolutely.
it was crazy. You know, I used to watch Big Daddy Kane and Bismarck and Cool G Rap and them dudes. You know, Rakim and Public Enemy, like the greats, LL Cool J. So all my shit come from, you know, hustling, vibing off of them. You know, I was still on the block, hadn't made a record yet when I heard EPMD is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, that shit was so crazy to me. Like, I was like, I gotta do that. I want to do that. You
Yeah.
know, influenced by everybody I just mentioned. But yeah, man, I try to bring that energy when I jump on the track. So, you know, if I'm going first, it ain't cause you know, I gotta go first cause I'm the best or no crazy shit. There's no real story, just except I always had 16 on the hip.
Yeah.
You
You was
know,
ready.
for
Yep.
sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I was telling before you joined us, you've always been my favorite Woo. Now, I mean, you guys are too good to try to separate like that, but just in general, and I was
Right.
telling the story that when you guys dropped here, when we heard you in Cali, I think I was walking through the living room, And remember the box they played videos on, and Cream video was on. It was on your
Right.
verse. It was on your verse, and I was like, man, that shit is dope. So later that night, I go to a homie's house. I walk in. We listening to the tape of Into the Woo, and it starts with Protect Your Neck. So the first two songs I heard from Woo were both just your verse.
Right.
And I didn't know too much, about them yet. You know what I'm saying? I was a
Right. Right.
teenager, and since then, every time it's like, oh, I gotta hear Dex verse. I gotta hear Dex verse. But on that, how was it being a big group like that? You think back then it was an advantage, or was it kind of a disadvantage back then?
Yeah, like nah, I would say it was an advantage back then because when we came in, a lot of groups was breaking up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our favorite groups was breaking up. Like NWA was breaking up. Brand Nubians was breaking up. Like EPMD was breaking up. It was Hit Squad, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of breakups going down. Not really, I don't know the situation behind it, but
Yeah,
when we was coming in, we was talking about clan mean family. You know what I'm saying? We had 9 members on stage and 100 family members with us at every
yeah,
show. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's when it meant something. So I said, yeah,
for
it was
sure.
an advantage back then. It could be a disadvantage nowadays if we let it. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Because
there's not a lot
everybody,
of groups out there. There's not a lot of groups out there right now.
nah, not at all. You know what I'm saying? There's groups coming back together. 2-man, 3-mans, even 4-man groups.
Yeah,
But we
nothing,
living in a
nothing now.
world where, yeah, we living in this world, man. This world is all about me, bro. You know.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So
We're starting to see, a few things. I know Griselda's making a big move. You know what I
yeah,
mean, as a group, and that's good to see. And some of the stuff a lot of the stuff I hear from them kind of takes me back to when I, first heard you guys. It was just kind of that feeling again, and it's been a long time since I felt that, and it's been
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, man. Shout out to the Griselda family, man. My man Conway, Westside, and Benny. Conway did
Absolutely.
me a favor a while back. Before they've been doing their thing.
Of course, yes.
Before the world really grabbed a hold of them like they doing now. I heard them. And I was
Yeah,
like, yo, these motherfuckers, like this is. It was like a shot in the vein, like you know what I mean? Like, oh shit, where this been at? You don't really hear that no more. So when I heard all three of them, I reached out to Conway through my, Czarface.
yeah,
And Czarface, Conway blessed us on the Czarface album, you know,
yep,
just on the love, man. And, respect and love to Conway, the machine, bro. That dude is a beast with it, man.
absolutely.
He ain't even flexing his whole potential like that. He playing with you,
They
playing with dudes. But,
they
yeah.
starting to grab it though. They starting to grab it for sure.
Yeah. He don't sound like nobody out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what I like about him too. Like his punchlines are crazy. Benny, he's like the nowadays Jay Z in my mind. With
yeah,
Jay Z's flow. Not
yep.
necessarily personality or nothing like that. But yeah, man, love to the Griselda team, bro. They getting it in. You
And
know?
that's kind of good to see. No matter who it is, really, but people really grinding like that are talented, because I think in our genre, a lot of talent has kind of gone out the window. I tell this story. I told it last week, but before the shutdown, I was at a club to go see one of my homies perform,
Right.
and before they're performing, they playing everything that's popular. DJ was trying to get people to dance and stuff, but for like 40 minutes, it could have been the same artist to me, and I know it wasn't. But there was like a
Right.
30, 40-minute stretch. I'm like, is this serious? So I'm glad we starting to see. I mean, them dudes was on Jimmy Fallon. I mean, they starting to
Yeah.
be in the camera. I mean, that's what you guys already somewhat put the blueprint there. I mean,
Yeah, for
real.
sure, man. We the OGs in the game, man.
Yeah,
And all it is just passing the torch. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? They coming through. They doing it new. They doing it better than we did. You know what I'm saying? Like they got their situation tight. You know what I'm saying? And I can appreciate that. That's why I love to see it. I love to see the underdogs win. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm an underdog myself. you know. underdog president of the club.
You know, it's
But
not a bad thing to be, though, to be honest with you.
I love it, bro. Trust
Yeah.
me, man. The more people sleep, the more I wake them up. You know that's just how I do.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's like I'm just saying as far as beats and rhymes, man. The whole state of this shit right now. It's good to see groups like them and others coming through.
Absolutely.
Staying away from the what's popular and what's trendy.
Hmm. What would be, because I do got a lot of up and comers and independent artists on my show and feed. What would be some of the best advice you would give them? People just trying to get heard and just get their music out there.
I tell you, man, do as much as you can for yourself. Like don't reach out for the help so fast until you actually have your I's dotted and your T's crossed. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That way, when you reach out to somebody for help or assistance, they can see your drive and your ambition just through your work. So, if you're not having yourself prepared, not just prepared, but prepared at every any given moment, you might see somebody on a flight somewhere. You might see somebody just you
Yeah.
never know when it can happen for you. Just have your thing tight, man. And whether it's copyright your music, you know, incorporate yourself. Cost nothing to start a company, a LLC for yourself.
Yeah.
Do business as your company. Don't put your name on shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
simple things like that, man. Control. Aim for 100% control of your shit. You know,
And it's
and
a
don't
lot.
give up more than 25 of your shit, man.
It's a lot easier to do your own shit nowadays, though. It really is. I mean,
Exactly. Exactly. I'm from the days when you had to travel, meet people face to face. Was no FaceTime, bro. You had to sit
yeah.
down at the table and convince a motherfucker to spend millions on you.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. And not
Like,
just that, just the simple things, recording, doing beats. It's not, not a laptop
yeah.
and a drum machine. I mean, it was
Yeah,
a
man.
process. I mean, I knew people that wouldn't record you back in the day just because you weren't good. It was too much work to try to cut a record.
Right, right,
Didn't matter. You
right.
could have all the money in the world, but hey, nah, man, you're not
I'm not
rapping.
feeling you, so
Yeah.
I can't do
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it works, man. For most people, some people will take your money,
Yeah. Some people.
you
Yeah.
know, talk about you when you leave. That's just the way of the world.
Throw your A data or your tape and get, all right, see you later, homie. Yeah. No, I get
See
it.
you later, man. Thanks for the 200. You know what I mean? Thanks for the
I
200
get it.
for nothing. But yeah, man, that's we in the microwave era, man.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean, it's
from
a
the
double.
home cooking.
I have to say though, it's a double-edged sword because for people that still do very good professional music, it's nice to be able to send a session to Europe. You know what I mean, and get something
Yeah,
back that's quality. I mean, so just depends on how you use it. But the technology is definitely on our side for once.
yeah, man. If this technology existed in the '90s, man, you have a lot more millionaires. Like a
You
lot of
would.
those groups
Yeah.
from the '90s would be, similar to the millionaires of today. You
Yeah.
know?
Because I knew artists that got signed and album had dope features, dope West Coast people, this, and just got shelved and nothing
Yeah,
happened. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it's like,
yeah.
man, you guys were so tight. Like, yeah, the label didn't want to put out the album, and then nothing.
Label ain't want to put out the album. Yeah, but now and nowadays you can. You know what? I'm a make the beat.
Yeah.
Chop it up, make the beat, mix it, write the rhyme, lay the rhyme down. Like I said, EQ it, mix it, master it, upload the shit to all my social networks, upload it to the streaming medias and the digital platforms of the world.
Sitting in your boxers and a wife beater, like, huh?
Sitting in your boxes and robe, bro, watching the game or some other shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
the era of today. Now, if that was in the '90s, bro, it'd be just pies in the oven, man. We'd be pumping out. It'd be crust groove all over again.
Absolutely.
you know?
Absolutely. So before we let you go, first off, tell everybody the website. I know they said that you're expanding it.
rebelins.com, man. Yeah, check that out. Got the Chamber Number 9 album on there. And, coming with the track live joint. It's going to be a nice 2021, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, everything got a little postponed just a little bit.
yeah, you gotta push things back. But I'm working. It allows me to tighten the screws and do what I do. And yeah, y'all gonna enjoy that one. In the meantime, check out that joint. I got Cynthia's Son on that Piff. Y'all can check that out. In the meantime, just look out for me, man, and Inspectah Deck and my marijuana products and things of that nature.
And
You
that's a
know.
beautiful thing too. That's a booming business right there.
Yeah, man, for sure. So I'm just about to fade to black. 25 years. I'll probably do it for a couple more years, bro, and just disappear into the darkness and continue to just take care of family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I really appreciate you joining us. Obviously, anything you need from our platform, shout out to Todd Davis. We definitely got you. Wish you nothing
Right,
but
right. Shout out to
success.
Todd Davis, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
You know, can't wait to hear new music. Can't wait, just and salute to everything you have done. Wu-Tang has done. Without a doubt, you guys are Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know that, right?
Yeah, for sure, man.
I mean,
It's nice to smell the roses while I'm here, bro.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So again, somebody said repeat the website again one more time.
rebelins.com.
And if people are saying yeah, I was gonna say
REBELINS.com.
they should know how to spell it. But I'll definitely have it on the
Yeah.
website too, so people could check you out. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe out there,
Yes, sir.
and enjoy life. Let's do it. Hip hop and
All
hip hop.
right. Salute.
Salute. Do the knowledge. So there we go. Inspectah Deck. Wu-Tang forever.